Oh, it's not a 3. It's a monster of a fish. Get that fish. Yeah. Good fish right there. We are in Tennessee, not Texas, but Tennessee, fishing the Little Pigeon River. All right, now I fished this river before about 2 or 3 years ago. Made a video, caught some smallmouth, had a lot of fun. Quite honestly, was not very good. Not that I'm great now at making videos. It wasn't great then. Audio wasn't great. So I'm coming out here to see if I can almost remake that, but to catch some smallmouth and to catch my new PB smallmouth, hopefully. Now, what you're going to see in this video is a compilation of a couple different days. We're here for almost a full week in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So each morning I'm going to get up and fish for maybe an hour, hour and a half and see if I can't catch some fish at different spots around town on the river. There's tons of places that you can get river access here. So if you're coming to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, bring a rod and reel. There's lots of trout, at least there were. I'm pretty sure there still are trout in the river. There's also smallmouth. And there's also smaller, what's called warmouth. I think that's what they're called here in Tennessee, but kind of like a bluegill, but more aggressive. Pretty darn cool. They're called warmouth. You can catch those too. So anyways, the river has been pretty fluid, meaning the flow rate, I think are proper river terms. The flow rate's been pretty high because it rained pretty heavily about 2 weeks ago. So it's still coming down pretty good here, but we're still gonna get out on it this morning and see if we can't catch a couple of smallmouth. We've only got an hour today, but stay tuned for multiple days in a row. Hopefully we catch some fish. Let's go. All right, since I am traveling, I just brought 2 rods and reels with me. These are both multi-piece rods that break down into travel tubes, but they're by TFO, the TFO travel rod. And I'm gonna start off with the jig and a little topwater popper. Although this current looks too fast for topwater, but we'll see. Oh, there's one chasing right there. All right, so that fish just a second ago came up and was chasing this jig with a crawl. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch instead to this little MonsterBass dark sleeper, drag along bottom, and see if it'll chase and eat this. So the only thing I don't like about the dark sleeper is there's just this tiny little hook that sticks out. Hopefully that's enough to catch them. I do prefer the bigger hook in the jig, but they didn't commit to that. Let's see if they'll commit to this. There's one. A warmouth. Not the species we're going for, but that little warmouth just ate. Actually demolished that thing. Little bitty guy. Not what we're shooting for. All right, that does tell us though that we got the right color. So, okay, got the right bait. Now let's see if we can catch a smallie instead of a little warmouth. There's a good one. All right. All right, guys, check it out. We got our first little river smallie. Pretty fish. All right, now we got to get one bigger. That was fun. We got to get one bigger though. Got him. No. Oh, that was a good one. That one was better. Got him on the bank and then he slid down the hill. Dang it. So that time I was just kind of hopping it like a jig, and it came up and ate it on the hop.
Sticking on, you have to clear over here.
Come on this side?
Yeah, it's clear on this side of the tree. It doesn't look normal. It's just like up on the rock with its head sticking up right on that rock.
Oh yeah, sure enough.
You see it?
Yeah.
It looks like a rattle.
You wouldn't even know.
I'd have to see his tail. I don't know. They'll strike.
I know they'll have like a, I'm from Texas in Dallas, they have diamondback diamondback water snakes. So they look just like a diamondback rattlesnake, but they're non-venomous without the rattle. Yeah. But they're called a diamondback water snake, and they get huge. I mean, they'll eat catfish, they'll eat all kinds of stuff. I saw a really big snapping turtle down here a minute ago. I mean, like really big. Let me see if I can see his tail. Oh yeah, I see him right there. He just got there. He wasn't there a minute ago. Oh, he's pretty big. Yeah, he's coiled up down there. I think I'm gonna think that's close enough. He wasn't there a minute ago though. So I went down there a little ways. He must have come up around that time.
Yeah, move on down.
Yeah, I've already caught a fish or two here, so we'll go somewhere else. Absolutely. All right, I am going to start with the popper. I'll throw it a couple of times this morning and see if we can't get a smallie to come up and hit it. There's one. Alright guys, this is one of the warmouths I was talking about. Now that is the dark sleeper swim bait, or the powtail swim bait, but got him. Not what we came after, but fish is a fish, no skunk. All right, guys. Now that is a good smallmouth. Look at that. Yes. 1.6 pounds. All right. Not a giant, but a decent fish. Let's let it go and see if we can catch some more. Alright, for those of you that watch this channel often, you know that I really don't like to throw the Ned rig because of how slow it is. But here in river and with smallmouth, it just really works. It works with largemouth too, but smallmouth really love it. This is the Smalley Magic color. This is a Ned Zone by Egg Zone Lures. It does float or stand up, and you'll see it's a real natural color with some green and purple flake. But Smalley Magic, got kind of a silver tint on bottom, and works really well. All right, good morning guys. It is day 3 out here in the Little Pigeon River. I've caught 5 fish so far, 3 smallies, 2, I think they're called warmouth or rock bass. I'm not really sure. Don't really care because they're not smallmouth, but I'm gonna move around a couple of spots this morning. I've got about an hour to fish. It's gonna be my 3rd and final day. Let's see if we can catch a few more. You can see behind me the sun's just coming up, but I'm gonna try one spot down here on the Little Pigeon River on day 3 and see if we can catch some. Let's go. All right, this looks like a decent spot here. We've got some current that's flowing in right over here. Some deeper water, shallow water on the other side. So it's kind of like a ledge that drops down right here. So a little bit of a deeper water. Looks like there might even be some grass mixed in down there, or some sort of vegetation. I don't know if we call it grass, but we're gonna try this little spot, and then if this doesn't work, we'll move down where we caught fish yesterday and hopefully come up with one more there. Sorry, geese. You're in my spot. I'm gonna have to move a little bit. Y'all are in my spot. Excuse me. There's a good one. Hey guys, another decent smallie. Not as big as one yesterday, but fun little bite. Still eating the Ned rig, so I'm gonna keep throwing the Ned rig. But good little fish there. Let's let this little guy go. As you can see, we are back at the condo here in town. Just want to wrap up this video and say that we caught, I think, 4 smallies, if I'm not mistaken, and 2, I think those are warmouth, either warmouth or rock bass. Rock bass, I think they're rock bass. Anyways, caught quite a few fish in the several hours we went fishing, probably combined for about 4 to 5 hours of fishing out here in the Little Pigeon River. I would consider it to be pretty successful. It's always fun to get out here and catch some smallies, especially on vacation. If you're new to the channel, my wife and I with the kids do a lot of traveling. So yes, I fish in Texas a lot, but we also fish in random places like Arkansas, Oklahoma, Florida when we're on vacation, Tennessee when we're here. So even if you're not from Texas, make sure you hit the subscribe button, follow along as we get out and do some more fishing. I always try to provide tips, tricks, what's working, maybe even what's not working, and how I'm catching them. So stay tuned right here to the channel. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting below as well. Please subscribe. And if nobody's told Jake, I love you, and so do I. Peace out.